We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. With Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Prescott now from the 50. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. He got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now heavy Redskin pressure, and they block him. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they will have the football right at about the 32-yard line. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
The first carry down for Rob Kelly. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go! Grand 38!
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Josh Jackson's got it complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now back to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
Let's go!
Geis for the carry on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Let's go! What? 90!
On 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Come on, let's go! What? 9 push!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here we go!
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here is incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Second down, Prescott. It's caught right side, it's Hearns. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ryan Kerrigan in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. Prescott now on second down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Prescott. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, Prescott again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Prescott to throw it. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down. Final play of the half, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it to Quick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Airing one out for Crowder. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A second down throw for Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long for Prescott. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go, Hunt!
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Davis with it left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, let's go!
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go! White, 90!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go! White, 90!
He'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Come on, let's
He's back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.